Namo Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Idinamine Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidinamine Vanja Kalpatarubhya Krupa Sindhupya Evacha Paditanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So today the topic I chose was living for ourselves or living for Krishna. Because if you see the people in this world, most of them are actually living for themselves. You all know the standard proverb. You know, we have heard the two things, right? Living to eat or eating to live, something like that, right? So living to eat means I am living only to eat and eat and eat. That is my life. Or you are eating only so that you can live for your goal, a spiritual goal. So the same way, actually if we ask even a higher question about our life, are we living for ourselves or are we living for Krishna? So in this world, we see two different kinds of jivas. Spending all the times only make oneself happy. Selfish. They want themselves to be happy. So they want only themselves at the center of their life. So whether they are really happy or not is a different question, but at least they are trying to make themselves happy and spending all the time, money and efforts to make themselves happy. But the second kind is they spend all the time their money and their efforts and all their time to make Gurudeva and Krishna happy. So eventually Krishna happy. So making Krishna happy is not that everybody is really looking for. Not that way. So these two are entirely opposite in nature. So one is going towards the Maya and the other is going towards enlightenment. That is way high. It is very, very rare. Because if you see the sastras, so it says that only one in some millions of the jivas will really have inclination to have devotion to Krishna. They may have devotion to Durga Devi, Ganesh and these all kinds of Shiva. That is different. That is not actually the highest devotion because they are all demigods. They are all serving to the Supreme Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So that is the fact. So this Maya, running towards Maya is the world. Because this world is controlled by Maya and all the jivas entangled in this world, they all belong to her. So she is the jailer. So, but on the other hand, those fortunate souls, because of their realization and because of their sukriti that they have accrued, they have a guru and they have got into sadhana, so they are going into the highest dimension. So these people going towards Maya is going down And those people who are actually looking for Krishna and serving Krishna, thinking, living only for Krishna, they are going high and high and high. So one is going towards the ditch, other one is going towards the sky. Opposite. And the jivas have two states. One is fallen jivas and the other one is mukta. Mukta jivas or liberated jivas. So the fallen jivas are in the material worlds under the control of Maya Devi, Durga Devi. But the mukta jivas are serving Lord Krishna in the spiritual worlds. There is also even mukta jivas right here, even though they are living here, they are already liberated. They are also mukta jivas only. When they leave the body, they all will go back to Krishna's spiritual affords. So the fallen jivas are called baddha jivas, are under illusion. They don't know the truth. And the mukta jivas are free from illusion. So they are free from Maya. Okay. So now if you see the topic of these jivas, where they are coming from and what is happening, it is actually bizarre. Very bizarre. I will tell you, this one we did a harikatha about the origin of the jivas. Right? Who are they? Where did they come from? And why did they fall? So these are the things that our scriptures are all talking about. So these fallen jivas, who are they? Where did they come from? And why they are falling? And the liberated jivas, who are they? Where did they come from? And why they did not fall? Okay, so this is the thing. So now if you see this picture, okay. So in this picture, if you see, is very very complex. You have Krishna, and from Krishna comes Balaram and Radharani. Balaram and Radharani. So that you see here. See here. That is the first. So in the top, what do you see? From Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, he expands into Balaram and Radharani. So here also from Balaram there are jivas coming. So see the arrow there now? I am actually, see the arrow there. See jivas to where do they go? These jivas go to Goloka. See, right there. Because why? Krishna with Radharani, and they are all in Goloka Vrindavan, the topmost abode in the spiritual sky. And so jivas coming from Balaram, actually they are very high. They are actually associates or the direct servants to Sri Radha Krishna Yugala. So that jivas go to Goloka. Alright, then you see, if you see the expansion further, so then I was really talking about this first Sadurvyuha. So that Balaram then expands into Vasudeva, Mula Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Of course, in that class, I expanded that into every detail. Who is this Vasudeva? Who is this, like Pradyumna and Aniruddha, and also Mula Sankarshana. Now, what is important for today's class is Mula Sankarshana. So, if you see this Mula Sankarshana, from him comes also jivas. So, these jivas, see again, when I talked about the jivas to Goloka, that is this one, they are very high. They are already liberated. But they are way high. That's the highest. But then, in these jivas coming from Mula Sankarshana, they actually go to Dwaraka and Mathura. So, just below Goloka, we have Dwaraka and Mathura. So these jivas coming from Mula Sankarshana, who is one of the expansions from Balarama in the first Chaturvyuha, they are the jivas going to Dwaraka and Mathura, and there is this Vasudeva, whatever that you see, so he is the Dwaraka Krishna. He is the Dwaraka Krishna. Okay? So, he is Dwaraka Krishna. So, this Dwaraka Krishna and Mathura Krishna, they are all being served by the jivas coming from Mula Sankarshana. Okay? So, now if you see further little down, you see here again the second Chaturvyuha happens. So, Balaram is actually taking two Chaturvyuhas. Why Chatur means four? Chatur. Because four at a time. Four. So first four, Vasudeva, Mula Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. And then the second Chaturvyuha is again Vasudeva. But this is Maha Sankarshana, not Mula Sankarshana. Maha Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Here also something happens. Again, look at this. I'll show you again here. Here you go. So if you see, okay, this second Chaturvyuha and Maha Sankarshana, see here now, there is also jivas going to Vaikuntha. So jivas going to Vaikuntha. So these jivas are also liberated jivas. Right? But then what are the jivas we are talking about? The jivas we are talking about is further down. That is, if you see the slide here, see the Mahavishnu is also coming from Maha Sankarshana. This Mahavishnu coming from Maha Sankarshana is floating in between. You have spiritual sky, spiritual worlds, and then Brahmajyoti is there, and you have the below is all the material worlds. So Mahavishnu is in between. So that is why he is called tatastha. So tatastha means in between. Neither there, not here. It is floating in between. Okay, so if you see the Mahavishnu, how he is actually floating, because below him all the material worlds that he is creating, creating and destroying. But then above him is all basically Brahmajyoti, and all the spiritual dimensions are up. So in this picture, we see that from Maha Sankarshana, Mahavishnu comes, and that from that Mahavishnu also some jivas coming. You see that tatastha. So I am just putting that as tatastha. So this tatastha that's coming from Mahavishnu is basically the main focus of what we are talking today. Okay? So now these tatastha jivas, what will happen is they have when they come out, remember where Mahavishnu is situated? Is in between, not in the spiritual, not in the material, in between. So it's a tatastha. So the jivas coming also have that characteristic. What characteristic? They have an option to see up in the spiritual dimension or down in the material worlds. See, this is very, very important to understand. So when these jivas coming out, these jivas who are really coming through the belly of Mahavishnu, they have of course, if all the other jivas I talked about, they are all went to spiritual world, different places, Goloka, Vrindavan, then Dwaraka, Mathura, and then Vaikuntha I talked about. They have only one, that's it. There is nothing else. They do not know anything about the material worlds at all. But the tatastha jivas coming from Mahavishnu now have a choice. They can either go up to the up and then keep going up, or look down. So this is where it's a very, very complex things. Not Not any other scriptures you cannot find these things. Those religions, other religions have no idea about all these high tattva, high truth. So now the jivas by itself, they are conscious, right? They are conscious. So as soon as we say that something is consciousness, a byproduct comes which is freedom. So the consciousness gives freedom. Freedom of choice. Freedom, only when you give the choice, then it can choose either this or that. So those jivas which I talked about, they did not have any opportunity to see anything about material worlds, anything about Maya. But these are now exposed. So now that freedom from the jivas, depending on how they execute them, either they go up or falling down. Unfortunately, the jivas in all the material worlds, they looked down. They looked down. When they were coming out from the belly of Mahavishnu, they all looked down. So now we are here. Understand now? Okay. So now let us go further. Because there is a lot of topic. Of course, there's so many debates are going on. In the Gaudiya Sampradaya, when a jiva goes up and then let us say go to Vaikuntha or high all the way to Goloka, it will never fall. It can never fall. Because once they really go there is no choice anymore. Because it's always bliss. So because there is no choice there, what is the thing? Their only freedom is to serve the Lord. So serving the Lord is the original swabhava of the jivas. But unfortunately, those tatastha jivas which have developed some interest, some desire to enjoy the material worlds, they are the one coming through Mahavishnu and then looking down. Okay, because here, when they look down, yes, now they are actually falling down. See, yes, now they come here and, they get this jiva is now covered by what? Subtle body. That subtle body is called, that is where you have the mind, intelligence, and false ego develops. So that circles the jiva. This is because of Maya Devi gives the body. And then that is again the closed by the grass body. So we see only the grass body. We don't see the subtle body. We don't see the Atma. But we are Atma, fallen down, of course, most, all those, they're all, except those who really come, all the acharyas who are coming down, they are not fallen, but all the others are fallen. So that is Atma, then subtle body given by Maya, and then again this grass body is also given by Maya through Panchaputas, 5 elements, material elements. So this is how the jivas come down. So we just talked about then how the jivas falling down. Yeah, now you understand. So now you know the tatastha. Now you know what jivas, that because of the freedom and desire to enjoy this world, they are the one who came down. How? Then Maya Devi gets the jiva, puts one inner garment. It's like, because jiva is falling down and Maya Devi is there. Maya Devi is actually the energy of Krishna only to take care of these kind of jivas. But by punishment, that is how. Right? That is why this world is full of suffering. By punishment only, she is actually teaching us a lesson. So they are falling down. And when they do, then she puts only first the inner garment. Subtle body, like putting the banyan. Inside we have one dress, right? It's like a banyan inside. Then after that, then he covers with the grass body. It's like then the outer dress. So something like that. Okay, and then the karma starts. Then Maya Devi led the jiva to really play that. Actually, it's like a playground. But this playground has a lot of rules and regulation. You cannot just like that go to any tennis court or any playground and then play the way you want. There are rules and regulations there. You have to follow that. That is the karmic laws. So you have to follow the karma. So he set into the karma, doing more karma and more karma, more karma. This is they are getting into entanglement. But this entanglement is now to be realized by the jivas. That is why Krishna is sending his devotees down here, so that they can teach. That is how we are all learning from all our acharyas, saying, we are fallen, we have to go back. But not everybody is awakened. So, now there is another one is also, every jiva actually belongs to Krishna only. Because jivas are part and parcel of Krishna only. Isn't it? So we all came from there only, right? Jivere Swarupagaya, Krishna nitya-dasa only. So he is actually servant. But the problem is temporarily we are in trouble. Why temporarily? Even though jivas are eternal, where were they then? Where were we? Before coming here. Tatastha. We have never seen Krishna yet. But we were in tatastha all the time immemorial. Because there is no kala there. In the spiritual world, there is no kala, there is no time. Only here we have time. So if you read the Jaiva Dharma, it is actually clearly, mentioned that to understand the kala in this material world, and there is no kala in the spiritual world, you have to get into the samadhi state. That means you have to keep chanting and chanting and chanting until you really get into that level. Then you will understand all the spiritual truths. Okay. So, as I mentioned, most of the jivas were attracted to the spiritual worlds. Only very few. That very few itself, look at unlimited, very few itself. Because if you take infinity from infinity, it is still infinity, right? So because jiva is unlimited. And yes, because the Bhatta jivas wanted to now enjoy this material world. But this enjoying the material world itself is a wrong idea. It is not natural to the jiva. It is unnatural to the jiva. But because they were coming from the tatastha and they had the freedom, and some of them really hard to taste. Yeah, all right, I want to taste this. Yeah, this looks attractive or something to that. But all the jivas will eventually go back because it belongs to Krishna. It will only matter of time only. So again, if you see, this is actually a creation leela of Krishna also. Because he can come down to all these worlds he creates, and he has so many leelas he does, and then take all these jivas back to him only. Everyone belongs to him only. Okay. So wrongly using one's freedom, the jiva falls down. Okay. So that is the question here. Why did those jivas decide to fall down? Because they are coming, there are tatastha jivas, and because they had a choice, so they have the freedom, free will, so they chose this. Some of the jivas chose this. 90% of the jivas are actually they looked up only. Only very few looked down, and that itself is humongous, so many. So that is the reason, because of that tendency only, even from the childhood, we develop all kinds of bad habits only. Cheating, lying, isn't it? Then not obeying. So many bad habits we developed because we are falling down. As we really fall down, this is what Maya Devi, finally takes. We have a problem, and now we have to clear up everything. That is the reason in this material world, when we really fall down, suffering only. So many Brahmandas. Brahmanda, Brahmite, Kona. That means so many Brahmandas that we have been wandering. So many Brahmandas. Unlimited. Why? As soon as we come down, we are trapped actually. It is like falling in a well, deep well. That's what we are now. And now once we fall down, the karma starts by our body and mind. Because of the karmic laws, we are now reaping the, either enjoying or suffering, mostly suffering only. So we get into this unlimited cycle of samsara ocean, born and dead and born and dead and born and dead. Finally, each life, what was the thing we did? Only suffering only. But we are thinking that, oh yes, I am enjoying. So that is the problem. That is the mind. That is the tickling of your nerves only. It is not enjoyment. It is alpa. Alpa means is really no value at all. That kind of enjoyment. Suppose we really get a bike, right? New bike. For about few months, few days, you enjoy, yes, good, everything. And then after that, what happens again? After that because there is economic law. It's called a law of diminishing return. As the time goes, then eventually you won't even look at the bike. You really, I don't want. So then you try to really get the new one again. The same thing again. You will try to enjoy, and then afterwards, then it goes to the junkyard, and then you really kick with your own leg. I don't want this anymore. Because it gets old and old and old. So this world is like this. This world is always getting old. Old and old. We are getting old. Everything is getting old. Only suffering. Okay. So, but the suffering is the only result that we are getting. When we die, what do you think? What are the things will come? Because first of all, what you can think? It will be painful, so much of painful. Because it is said in the sastras that at the time of death, the pain will be so much that it is equivalent to 20,000 scorpions stinging on the body at the same time. Look at the pain that we will have. What will you think then? You are only thinking about the pain only. So we are in a very, very dangerous position. So we have to understand that. We have to understand that for some, because of the freedom that was given by Krishna, I did not use it properly. So I am caught by Maya and I am subjected to suffering only. So we have to learn our mistake and rectify rather than trying to amass wealth. I want to become a richest. I want to become the most beautiful, most strongest, and most these. I want that. Buy this, buy that. You see, you are going in the wrong direction again. More deep into the Maya if we go like that. On the other hand, if we think that, I made a bad decision, because who will tell you? Guru will tell you. Then you engage in sadhana, and then you will realize that yes, this is not the happy place to be. And the happy home is there, I have to go. And how will you know? Because you have to understand that you are in the deep well first of all. We have to get out of this deep well. We are thinking that, I am swimming nicely, this, everything, drinking this water, this, everything. You are in the well now. But you have to get out. But how? We are fallen into the well. We ourselves cannot really come out. We cannot jump out. It's not possible. We don't even see outside this material world. This world having 14 levels, right? We are in only one level. These 14 levels are arranged in 7 planes. Our plane and the Patala Loka, these 2 planes are in the one dimension. We don't know anything else. But beyond this, so much of worlds are there, beautiful. And even these material worlds, we are not able to even find out. The scientists using so many telescopes and Webb telescope and a Hubble telescope, so many things they are trying to do, and now mind-boggling how much they are really trying to find out, and then finally we realize we are not even a dust of a dust. We are insignificant, nothing compared to the whole creation of material worlds. These material worlds are only for these Baddha jivas. Baddha jivas are lot of Baddha jivas. But that is actually a small fraction in all the jivas combined, which really came from Krishna. So we are fallen. First we have to understand, I am insignificant. I am a dust and lower than the dust. Then automatically what happens? You will be, because trying to realize our situation more and more, and then you will be looking for help. And Krishna sends his devotees to help us. And in fact, Krishna is constantly sending devotees to help us. And those who come here, they know the truth. Because they are coming from up there. Otherwise, they are like a frog in the well. They know only about the well. Nothing more than that. Outside, they don't know. But those devotees coming from spiritual dimension, they know everything. But these Bhatta Jivas, not everyone will listen. Whatever they teach, they say, oh, they have some. They will even try to run away from sadhus. See, the thing is, not everyone is really interested in associating with the sadhu. That itself is a very, very big thing. Unless one has done a lot of spiritual punyas called sukritis, you will not have the desire to associate with the sadhu. It's not possible. So these sadhus are telling all the truth for us. And they are the one who really put the rope to us. Hey, catch the ropes. But not everyone actually catches. He is available all the time. So sadhus, there is no shortage at all. There is no shortage at all. Sadhus will be always coming and coming, going. It is only those jivas, fortunate jivas, if they use the intelligence properly, they will catch hold of a rope. And then they will realize, oh, all right, I was fallen here. Oh my God, like this, I am really so fallen. I have to get away from this ditch by whatever it means. And then the rope put by these gurus, then you catch them and they will pull you out. They will pull you out. And now that desire for the jivas, to really get out of this Maya. Maya means what? Trying to enjoy ourselves, but only suffering is happening. Okay, so what is Maya? I am thinking that I have to enjoy here. I am determined that I have to make use of everything in this world for my enjoyment. That is the Maya. But what we have to really do that, we have to wake up and then come out of that. When we realize that, these are all only, I am suffering, only suffering. What is the truth? What is the truth? Then you go and then read Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is only the starting, first step. Because it talks about the philosophy of who are you. You are Atma, you are not the body, you don't have you are not going to die actually, your body will die, but your Atma is always eternal, like that we go. Then how we can get out? Oh, karma or karma yoga, and then jnana yogas, ashtanga yogas, and these and everything, and finally bhakti yoga. Then you realize that is the topmost. Then you really look for somebody who can help you. Who can help you again? Again, the Lord is so merciful that He arranged Himself coming with you when you come down on this earth as Paramatma. So this Paramatma who is inside our heart, see, the Jivatma is very tiny. Paramatma is little, it's like the size of the thumb. That's what the Shastra says. How small is the Jivatma? If you take a tip of a hair, very tip of a hair, you cut that into 10,000 pieces. You take one of the 10,000 pieces, cut that again into 10,000 pieces. You take that is the size of a jiva. We are Anu, Chit Anu. And whereas Paramatma is in our heart, he is He is the one who is a reflection of Bhagavan, who came with us to help us in doing. There are 8 kinds of functions that a Paramatma does. 8 kinds of, including digesting our food, and also making the dreams. And making the dreams so that as a messaging center, so that to communicate with the jivas. So that also dreaming is also he is doing it. He is the one who is really making sure that we are actually healthy. Everything, all the lifespan, and also he is the one who awards hell or heaven if we are doing karma, not bhakti. Bhakti means that's different. So anyway, when we think about, when we cry that yes, I have to really get out of this worldly entanglement, I want to be away from the Maya, then Paramatma wakes up. Until then he is only sleeping and doing these functions. So one of the functions, the 8 functions, one of them is connecting to a guru. So he is the Chaitya Guru. So this Paramatma is called Chaitya Guru. So he is the one who is connecting. How will he connect? All of a sudden, for no reason, somebody shows up, or you happen to be some place where you happen to see a sadhu and you get attracted. And also even through dreams, the Chaitya Guru will tell you, hey, so and so, yes, he is for you. These dreams are all, who is making this one? To really show you that, hey, there you go. This is what, your Guru. So that is also arranged by Paramatma. Paramatma is linking everybody. Look at, he is linking. But we have to make our first step. So when we take the first step, then he will take care. Association will happen. Then you will get more and more and more association, sadhu sangha. The satsanga, sadhu sangha will come. When the sadhu sangha comes, then you will start thinking more and more. What kind of thinking will be? The thinking will be more intense. You will be asking spiritual questions, not material questions. You are not going to ask that how I can make money. How I can be more beautiful, or how I can really, influence others or something, and how I can run a business. No. That is not spiritual at all. That is not spiritual. So the heart of that jiva who are awakened spiritually sees only problems in this world. So the problems are either due to our own body and mind, that is Adhyatmika, as you all know, or due to others, that is Adi Bhautika, then due to nature and demigods. Problems everywhere. See, look at the wars are happening, that is Adi Bhautika. And by nature, all the flood, hurricane, everything comes, that is by nature, who are gods. So this woken up soul then asks spiritual questions. What kind of questions? Who am I? Where did I come from? What is this world? Why people die? What happens to them? Where do they go? Because now he is having the spiritual glimpse. And they take shelter under a guru. And starts asking more and more and more questions, because that is the nature of a guru and disciple's relation. Tahatvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. See, now you are trying to get the absolute truth. How will you get the absolute truth about Lord and God and spiritual dimensions and what is this world and who am I, etc., etc.? You ask Guru, you approach and take shelter and ask the Guru. And you give obeisance. And you ask the questions by rendering service. You have to serve him. Otherwise, that answer will not go into our mind. This is very important. Because see, I will tell you, sastras are there, books are there. But the thing is, reading books is one, but realization is different. Many people talk. They actually want to keep on talking and talking. They talk from here. Whatever they learn, it's here only. But it hasn't got the realization. Realization is here, down in the heart. So whatever that we read, it has to go down to our heart. That is realization. For that, it's not easy. Because you read so many things. Realization will not come. Realization is totally different. There is a difference between theory and practice. Practical is different. You have to experiment, right? Practice is different. For that, you have to do seva. So only when you render seva, then ask question, that seva is going to make sure that you get realization. From whatever you are hearing from your Guru. So that is why Bhagavad Gita says this. Okay, so what it is saying? Sevaya. Pariprashena sevaya. So you have to ask questions. So he will give jnana, but the jnana has to go down. Tattva darshana. So you have to get the darshana, that is the realization you have to get. Because he has realized. So that realization he has to give it to you. That is why we have to do seva to Guru. What should we do? That was a question at the end. So that what should we do is what that Guru is actually teaching. That is sadhana. Yeah, you should really chant this many rounds minimum. And you have to get up in the early morning. Come to Mangalarati. You have to read this and read that and hear from the sadhus. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Like this, you have the 9 angas of bhakti that you will learn. That is what we should do. So the ending question in that video, that's the sadhana. So now the soul can understand from Gurudeva, and whatever the Guru teaches, yes, he has to do it. Unless we use our life to develop love for God by following the teachings of Guru, what is this life is useless then. We'll be again getting into the samsara once again and again, once again. But at the same time, bhakti actually starts sprouting when we really give seva to our to Gurudeva and listen and follow the instructions carefully. The jiva grows in Krishna bhakti. How? Under Gurudev only. Of this, jiva growing in Krishna bhakti is under Gurudev. See, that is the important thing. And also Krishna bhakti does not mean that we simply believe in Krishna. No. Believe in Krishna, a lot of people are believing. Okay, now I am taking to the next, the real topic of this harikatha. So Krishna bhakti actually means that we belong to Krishna, not believing. You have to have a relation. That is difference. Lot of people believe. Lot of people believe in God. So many people don't even believe in God. But there are so many people who believe, yeah, Krishna. What do they believe? Many people know that it is a avatar of Vishnu. Wrong. I will give another class for you. So many scriptures I have. Okay. So many scriptures I have. So many scripture I have. One class I will give you. In that class, I will clearly, systematically, because how our Jiva Goswami has really proved in the Sandarbhas, which you are seeing right there. This whole Vishnu Purana was translated nonsense. Krishna is not avatar. He is a Swayam Bhagavan. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. So these people, they don't know the truths. Maybe Krishna is purposely hiding from all these people. So, again I am telling the same thing. Krishna Bhakti does not mean that we believe in Krishna. Krishna Bhakti actually means that we belong to Krishna. There's a relation there. Without relation, what is the use? So also some people may think that this development of love for Krishna is artificial. No, it's not artificial. Every jiva has this divine love in its heart. It is one of the intrinsic nature of every jiva. But the problem is that in this world, due to Maya, we are entrapped into these worldly things. We are using our love on the wrong things. I want to enjoy this. Kama, lust, these all kinds of things. This is the problem which is blocking us by seeing this relation that we already have. It's all become dirty. So we have to revive this relation. That's all Gurudeva is doing. So in this world, under Maya's influence, we think that our husband or wife is a real relation. And the children, relatives and all relation. This is illusion. Those who have really attended the Bhaja Govindam will know much more, as Bhaja Govindam is really giving so much of this truth, is really revealing out. We have only one to love, not many. And that is Krishna. Everything else in this world is illusion. So, slowly, like this, by the mercy of Gurudev, the bhakti develops further, more and more and more in the heart. And it grows and grows. And then it comes to a stage of vairagya. In this life itself, I will get out of this maya and I want Krishna. And he started to weep. He starts to cry and cry and cry, night and day, cry and cry. Then something strange happens in the heart. The heart is getting purified. And as the heart gets purified, now instead of living to satisfy you, your heart will hunger to make Krishna happy. So look at here now. See the topic, the title was living for ourselves or living for Krishna. So now because a Gurudev has really come into the life, you are doing opposite now. Your life, instead of living for ourselves, look at the magic that happened in the heart. Because of the sadhana and the mercy of Gurudev, everything is cleaned, and now you are looking the other way. Right? Instead of living to satisfy you, instead of actually making yourself happy, instead of making yourself at the center of your life, you are bringing Krishna as the center of the life. And you hunger to make Krishna happy. Oh, my Krishna, I want to do this for Krishna. I want to do this for... But through Gurudev only everything happens. But ultimately Krishna is the one. He is the one anyway. And Krishna. So the life is completely it's changed. So you give away all your comforts now. Look at that. Otherwise, what was your attitude? To enjoy yourself. Now you say, no, I don't want to enjoy. You throw everything out. You go with a very, very simple life. Simple life, high thinking. But people here, they have what? What high, what the standard of, high standard of living and no thinking. But you will change everything. Simple living, high thinking. Always meditating on the Lord. Always singing about the Lord. Always really so mad to hear harikatha about the Lord. And these all the divine words and the sastras and everything you want to. So you will realize that nothing in this world is for me. Materially you are detaching. That when the detachment comes there, then you will feel that, oh, there is no, what is the use of this? What is the use of that? What is the use of this? Is the highest, right? So how will you realize? What is the use of my education? What is the use of my distinction? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? What is the use of my six-figure job? What is the use of serving that boss? What is the use of my six-figure job? What is the use of serving that boss? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? What is the use of my education? What is the use of my distinction? What is the use of my education? What is the use of my distinction? if I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? What is the use of my luxury home? What is the use of my great nice car? What is the use of my luxury home? What is the use of my great nice car? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? What is the use of my education? What is the use of my distinction? What is the use of my education? What is the use of my distinction? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? What is the use of my great heart? What is the use of my great beauty? What is the use of my great heart? What is the use of my great beauty? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? What is the use of my education? What is the use of my distinction? What is the use of my education? What is the use of my distinction? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? If I don't chant, if I don't sing, what is the use of my very living? This is what you will understand. So basically your life completely goes opposite. The title, what is the title again? Are we living for ourselves or we are living for Krishna? That was the title. So we will start living only for Krishna. I don't care about anything in this world. Anything for me, I don't care. So this happens. When that happens, all your attitudes, your lives completely, you don't care about your body, mind, whatever it is, you give everything for Krishna only. Whatever is that you do. Yes. So now the jiva is completely transformed. So in the beginning it was living for himself. Now his mood will be changed so much that he will be living only for Krishna. Anya vilashita sunyam jnana karmadi anavrutam anukulyena krishnanu Silanam bhaktir uttama. So now you are going high to the uttama bhakti. I don't want anything else. No jnana, no karma, no this yoga, that yoga, nothing. Everything only. You are only living for Krishna. So that soul finds happiness only by serving Guru and Krishna. This soul sees this world as a totally different thing now. He is free from delusion, free from Maya, and he realizes that the only relation is Krishna. All others are fake. So he is free from Maya. Maya can never touch anymore. And due to what? His strong attachment to Krishna. That's what he says in the scripture. You see, Bhagavad Gita also says, right? How can you really defeat Maya? Catch hold of my feet. Because when we catch hold of Krishna, completely, Maya will run away. Maya is not scared. Even. So, in fact, Maya will come and then that's what happened. Maya Devi came and took shelter under what Haridas Thakur. Because he was a high devotee chanting 192 rounds every day. Chanting. He was always in Krishna's consciousness, full 24 hours a time. Maya Devi wanted to test him. So he came. Failed miserably. Then the same Maya Devi, I could really make Brahma into delusion. I can make even Shiva into delusion, under my control. But not Krishna Bhaktas. Please give me initiation. She got initiation from Haridas Thakur. This is the power of Krishna Bhakti. Uttama Bhakti. But not everyone can give that. Only very rare. That lines actually can give this kind of bhakti. Others can give Vaikuntha. That's it. But giving that highest bhakti that I was talking about, only by few of those who are manjaris or gopis closely associating in the spiritual sky, in Goloka Vrindavan, serving all the time. Understand? That's what we should get. Of course, everything, all threaded by this Mahamantra only, everything comes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Yeah, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wonderful. So, very nice seeing you all today. Yes.